What is up, everyone? It is your boy Farai, and today we're going to be looking at some leveling amplifiers. So you're probably wondering what are leveling amplifiers. Pretty much it's a type of compressor that was made by, I forget the name, I'll put it up on the screen, but he was basically somebody who was working in the radio industry, and he got really tired of having to manually adjust the levels of everyone's voices as they were speaking. So he decided to kind of devise this compressing / amplifier that would pretty much tame anything extremely loud. So as an example, before we start listening to the audio, I've got this one pulled up here, and basically what it does is every time I speak too loud, it completely limits the audio and keeps it at a certain level. So, you know, back then they didn't have any kind of digital plugins. You know, nowadays if you listen to like the Breakfast Club, they've all got these automated systems that basically keep all the audio the same. So if somebody's speaking too soft, it'll manually adjust the gain without bringing in noise, you know. So they didn't have any of that. So this guy really, you know, stepped up the game, and these became some of the most popular you know, tools to use for modern music. So yeah, let's check it out. So basically today we've got Benzo Benny here, and yeah, we'll be pretty much listening to some of his audio. As you can see, it gets really loud. I'm not clipping into the plugins, so you know, as you can see, it is clipping, but you know, we're pretty much going to use our compressor, which is the T-Rex, which is not free, but all of these ones are, besides the 2LA, but you'll see at the end. Yeah, these sound really cool, and I'll show you why we're using them, so let's check it out.
You know that. Come around my side of town, get laid down like a doormat. Shawty call me late night, I ain't gotta think twice, I just hit the gas, I don't hit the brake light. 3 hoes on the same night, I ain't gotta think twice. Told me bring the drugs, about to be a late night. Shawty call me late night, I ain't gotta think twice, I just hit the gas, I don't hit the brake light. 3 hoes on the same night, I ain't gotta think twice. Told me bring the drugs, about to be a late night.
So yeah, pretty much as you can see there, I hope you took note of the needle. You can pretty much see how the needle pretty much dances with the audio of the voice or whatever is going on, which is really nice for a compressor. This is easy for, you know, somebody who doesn't really understand the attack and release of a compressor, and you can't really hear the differences. This is kind of a safe compressor. A lot of the times people actually record into Pro Tools, so it would go microphone to microphone preamp straight into one of these, and then straight into Pro Tools or FL Studio, whatever. And I mean, these just sound amazing that way. They don't have to do too much editing later on, and you know, the artist is happy with the sound in their voice. You know, the nice thing about these compressors is it's not really biased towards any part of the voice. So you know, it doesn't really leave the bass, it doesn't really leave the treble, it kind of leaves everything nice and level and just gives you this warm sound. So yeah, let's pretty much check out some of the free alternatives. So I'll play it one more time just so you can hear what this compressor is doing, and just watch how the needle dances, like especially when he says gas, you can kind of see the meter move. So yeah.
You know that. Come around my side of town, get laid down like a doormat. Shawty call me late night, I ain't gotta think twice, I just hit the gas, I don't hit the brake light. 3 hoes on.
So yeah, this is pretty much like, I mean, this compressor must have been so ahead of its time back in the day, because you can see that it's really adjusting itself towards the source material, you know what I mean? So that's awesome. So let's see how these other plugins can kind of live up to this T-Rex, which I really like in this instant. I generally use the waves, but I use all of them, so I don't mind. You can hear the difference in sound quality. It's not too much of a difference. Let's check it out.
You know that. Come around my side of town, get laid down like a doormat. Shawty call me late night, I ain't gotta think twice, I just hit the gas, I don't hit the brake light. 3 hoes on the same night, I ain't gotta.
So yeah, as you can see, that's pretty much almost the same, right? This is the Modern Series leveling amplifier. You know, I've said long ago, get these plugins, they're amazing. This is just kind of a set and forget compressor. Once you set it and you're getting that right level, awesome stuff. So yeah, let's check out the next one, which would be the Dyna Killer, which is pretty much a emulation of the 1176, the white plated version. So there was kind of a black version and then a white plate version with kind of a blue thing on there. So Modern Series were able to recreate that, and as you can see, the settings I'm using, I've kept the attack and release on default. The input output I've set, you know, to kind of get the same amount of compression as before, and ratio we've set to 8 so we get limiting, because I've set this compressor to limit instead of compress. So yeah, let's check this out.
You know that. Come around my side of town, get laid down like a doormat. Shawty call me late night, I ain't gotta think twice, I just just hit the gas, I don't hit the brake light. 3 hoes on the same night, I ain't gotta think twice. Told me bring the...
So yeah, this one kind of doesn't react the same, so let's try and twist the attack and release to kind of get a better result. So let's go for it.
Hit licks, you know that. Come around my side of town, get laid down like a doormat. Shawty call me late night, I ain't gotta think twice. I just hit the gas, I don't hit licks, you know that. Come around my side of town, get laid down like a doormat. Shawty call me late night, I ain't gotta think twice. I just hit the gas, I don't hit the...
Yeah, very strange compressor, but the sound is exactly the same almost, right? I mean, it is bumping a bit, but all in all, it sounds really cool. So yeah, let's move on. Now over here we have the 7th Sine, which is pretty much almost like the plugin that is in Pro Tools, which is the Bomb Factory 76. Probably I haven't used Pro Tools in a really long time, but there is a plugin similar to that. This is great for kind of initially getting a great level, and it is one of the best limiters that you can get in the Modern Series bundle, besides the Modern Series limiter, but I didn't use that. And as you can see, this will pretty much almost brick wall the sound. So let's check. We'll crank the input a little bit just so you can hear how it kind of stays at -9.
Hit licks, you know that. Come around my side of town, get laid down like a doormat. Shawty call me late night, I ain't gotta think twice. I just hit the gas, I don't hit the brake light. 3 hoes on the same night, I ain't gotta think.
So as you can see here, this one is not really reacting to everything. The way I've set it up, it's only reacting to the loud parts, just so it keeps the audio under a certain level. So yeah, all of these you can use in a similar fashion, but to do kind of different things. A lot of people actually hook up a 2LA and then a 76, and then they use each one to do something else. So they might use this one as the limiter and this one as the compressor. You can do all sorts of stuff. So yeah, let's check out the last free one, and that is the... Sorry, my phone is ringing. Yeah, so let's check out the last plugin, which is the Lost Angel. And this one you have to crank pretty hard to get a bit of compression. This is a really slow compressor, so you won't see it reacting to every kind of word. It'll mostly kind of sit at like -7, let's say. So let's check that out.
Hit licks, you know that. Come around my side of town, get laid down like a doormat. Shawty call me late night, I ain't gotta think twice. I just hit the gas, I don't hit the...
But as you can see, it's got a very similar characteristic, you know, for gas, it kind of moves forward, but then it goes back. But then as the audio kicks back in, it goes back to 7. So this is perfect for keeping your audio as well in like one space. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's check out the last kind of CLA, and you can kind of, let's see if you hear a difference. If you don't, then you're free to use those free ones. And yeah, let's check this out.
Hit licks, you know that. Come around my side of town, get laid down like a doormat. Shawty call me late night, I ain't gotta think twice. I just hit the gas, I don't hit the... Hit licks, you know that. Come around my side of town, get laid down like a doormat. Shawty call me late night, I ain't gotta think twice. I just hit the gas, I don't hit the...
So yeah, this one is pretty cool because, you know, with this one, you've actually got 100 units of, I don't know, you can kind of twist this to 100. So we're on 37.08. Way more than 100. I mean, look at that. We've got such a, you know, we've got such options to kind of tweak to perfection in this plugin, and I guess that's what you pay for. And this also has the bias knob. I don't quite know what the bias knob does, but from what I understand, I think the high frequency one lets through more highs and then compresses more lows. So that's the only real benefit you get with the waves. Obviously, they've spent more time modeling and trying to emulate the exact characteristic of these types of plugins, which would be the 2A LA or the LA2A, whatever the real name is. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. Like and subscribe. Feel free to recommend a video in future, any cool plugins that you might know of. And yeah, we'll get to it. Peace out.